right? Now we are going to discuss about this structural activity relationship. While talking about the structural activity relationship, few points you're supposed to understand. Please look at the ring very carefully. I am going to give you few of the structure activity relationship, how the glucocorticoid activity is going to change, or how the mineralocorticoid activities are going to change, whether the glucocorticoid activity is going to increase, whether the mineralocorticoid activity is going to increase. All these things we have to take care in case of the structure activity relationship. Because why? Because the most important thing is we want more of a glucocorticoid activity and lesser would be the mineralocorticoid activity. That is what we are talking about. Substituents which increases the glucocorticoid activity, which increases the anti-inflammatory activity, that is what we wanted, right? So the substituents which increases the glucocorticoid activity and anti-inflammatory activity, that would be 1-dehydro group. Please understand, 1-dehydro group, or even the 6-fluoro group, alpha below the plane, 6-alpha fluoro group. These both the groups will increase the glucocorticoid activity and increases the anti-inflammatory activity. Now substituent which decreases the mineralocorticoid activity, that also I told you what we want. We want a good glucocorticoid activity and we want lesser of a mineralocorticoid activity. That is what we are talking about, right? So first point in structure activity relationship, everybody understood? That is what the substituent which increases the glucocorticoid and anti-inflammatory activity are 1-dehydro group or 6-alpha fluoro group will bring the glucocorticoid activity. That is, there is a increase in glucocorticoid activity. Second thing, the substituents which will decrease the mineralocorticoid activity. Which are those? The substituents which decrease the mineralocorticoid activity would be, all are alpha below the plane, please understand, 16-alpha hydroxy group. Okay, please remember these four groups. First, 16-alpha hydroxy group, 16-alpha methyl group, and 16-alpha 17-alpha ketal group. So what these groups are going to do? These groups are going to decrease the mineralocorticoid activity. Means what are the 2 points we have discussed? If I ask you 6-alpha fluoro, what it does? It increases the glucocorticoid activity, increases the anti-inflammatory activity. Great. Now if I talk about 16-alpha hydroxy, what it will do? It will decreases the mineralocorticoid activity. 16-alpha ketal group or 17-alpha ketal group, it will decreases the mineralocorticoid activity. Understand? So the groups, when they are attached to this position, you are supposed to understand and you are supposed to tell what would be the its activity. That is what the structural activity structure. See, in this case you will find the in MCQs also this would be asked. Okay, dash group will increase the glucocorticoid activity and the anti-inflammatory activity. Dash group decreases the mineralocorticoid activity. These are the substituents in that particular cortisone ring that are going to either increase or decrease the activity. That we have to understand very carefully. Okay. Next, now the substituents which increases both, that is, it will increase glucocorticoid activity and it will increase the mineralocorticoid activities. What are these groups? 9-alpha fluoro. See the beauty of this entire chemistry. If I attach 6-alpha fluoro, that is at the 6th position, if I attach fluoro group, what it is going to do? It will increase the glucocorticoid and anti-inflammatory activity. Good. But if it is 9-alpha fluoro or 21-hydroxy or 2-alpha methyl group or 9-alpha chloro group, these substituents are going to increase both glucocorticoid and mineralocorticoid activities. Delta 1, now what we have seen, delta 4 is there. Delta 4 is what? At the fourth position we are having the double bond in this cortisone and hydrocortisone rings. But what I am talking about is delta 1 corticoids, means the one additional double bond in the ring, that is between the 1 and 2. What it will do? Now these delta 1 derivatives of cortisone and hydrocortisone are called as the prednisone and prednisolone. Please understand. I repeat once again what it is. Delta 1 corticoids. Now see in this structures I have drawn here prednisone and prednisolone. They look like exactly same as that of the cortisone and hydrocortisone, isn't it? Third position the keto group is there, fourth position double bond is there, 17 the total ring carbons are there, 18 19 angular methyl group is there, 17 hydroxy group is there, then the 20 CO group is there, 21 CH2H group is there, 11 position OH and O are also there. But the only difference in the cortisone and prednisone, hydrocortisone and this prednisolone, what it is? It is nothing but the delta 1. Delta 1 is what? The double bond in between the first and second carbon. Now if between this first and second carbon, if you find there is the double bond, that structure are called as the prednisone and prednisolone. Prednisolone is OH group and prednisone is double bond O at the C11 position. These are prednisone and prednisolone. These are potent anti-arrhythmic, please understand, anti-rheumatic. Now these are potent anti-rheumatic and anti-allergic agents than compared to the your cortisone and hydrocortisone. Means what? The prednisone and prednisolones are anti-rheumatic in the nature, they are anti-allergic in the nature. Now these delta 1 corticoids with 9 alpha fluoro group will increases the anti-inflammatory activity and also increases the mineralocorticoid activity. Understand this thing. Additional, another structural activity point is additional 16 alpha methyl substitution gives the dexamethasone. Please understand. I repeat, additional 16 alpha methyl substitution. Methyl substitution where at 16, how? Alpha position. So 16 alpha methyl substitution will give the dexamethasone. Please understand. Dexamethasone is what now? Dexamethasone is nothing but 9th position. What it is? 9th position it is 9 alpha fluoro. To what? Please understand. Now we are not talking about cortisone. We are talking about the prednisone. Now from cortisone we have come to the prednisone, prednisolone. That is at first position we are having what? We are having what? We are having the delta 1, that is the one double bond is there. And to this prednisone and prednisolone, if I am going to attach 9th position, that is what? First ring, second ring. Check this. First ring, second ring. In the second ring, the 9th position. At the 9th position, if fluoro atom is attached, point number 1. And second thing is what? Second thing is what? 9 fluoro, and at 16 position methyl group is attached. So see, please understand one thing. Cortisone, hydrocortisone, that you have to remember well. From that prednisone and prednisolone you have to remember only the delta 1 additional double bond is there. And to this additional double bond, considering this additional double bond, the third thing is what? Third thing is dexamethasone and betamethasone. Dexamethasone and betamethasone, what they are containing? Dexamethasone and betamethasone are containing point number 1, that is the 9 position. Check this, 9 alpha fluoro. 9 alpha fluoro is there, right? and along with this 9 alpha fluoro, what is addition thing? There is a 16 alpha methyl group is there. So, the delta 1 corticoids with 9 alpha fluoro group is increasing the anti-inflammatory and increasing the mineralocorticoid activity. Additional 16 alpha methyl substitution will give the dexamethasone. This dexamethasone has 5 times, I am talking about 5 times, not 1, 2, 3, 4, it is a 5 times the anti-inflammatory activity compared to prednisolone. And betamethasone is more active than dexamethasone. Both the structures, please check here. Both the structures, please check here. What is the difference? 9 alpha group is attached here, and that is most important thing. Dexamethasone and betamethasone. So, these are like I told you, are having the 5 times more anti-inflammatory activity compared to that of the prednisone and prednisolone, and betamethasone again is more active compared to that of the dexamethasone as far as the anti-inflammatory activity. So, in many of the formulation nowadays you are finding cortisone and hydrocortisone, forget about it, they are the dexamethasone is there, betamethasones are there, having the great anti-inflammatory activity. So, this is all about the cortisone and hydrocortisone, prednisone and prednisolone, dexamethasone and methasone. So, that is all about the corticosteroids. So, what are corticosteroids? How we are going to classify the corticosteroids? What is the ultimate use of corticosteroids? The basic rings of all corticosteroids, and never forget the structural activity relationship of corticosteroids. These are the points that would be there in your examination point of view and in the syllabus that we are going to that we have learned in thorough way, but I would appreciate you just go through the notes. The same notes I am going to give you, and that same notes you see, you keep it in your hand, and then you see the lectures. So, simultaneously you can compare. Okay. Thank you so much for today's lecture, that is the corticosteroids.